Imagine boosting your credit score without taking out a loan or without applying for a credit card and without borrowing money from anybody, okay? In 2025, that's actually possible, but only if you know about this one overlooked tool, rent reporting. You're already paying rent every single month, so why doesn't it help your credit score? Well, today I'm going to show you exactly how rent reporting works, what to avoid, and who should seriously consider it. Now, also, this could be a game changer, especially if you've been stuck with low credit or even a thin file. Now, I'll even show you real results from people who've used rent reporting to either buy homes, get approved for cars, or boost their credit scores fast. Plus, there's a free credit guide that you can grab that'll walk you through the credit building steps that we talk about in today's video. So number one, what is rent reporting, okay? Let's break it down. So rent reporting is when a company takes your monthly rent payments and then they report them to the credit bureaus, just like a credit card or even a loan, okay? Now, rent doesn't get reported by default, so it's not going to automatically happen unless you're in California, but you still have to approve it. Your landlord isn't doing it. That's where these services come in, okay? For example, companies like Rent Reporters, Boom Pay, and Pinata will report your rent to Experian, TransUnion, and sometimes even Equifax, okay? But not all services are going to report to all three, okay? And that's why I'm talking about this video, because that matters, and we'll get into that later, all right? Now, why rent reporting matters in 2025, okay? Now, most credit scoring models have evolved, especially later on this year. So newer ones like the FICO 10T or the VantageScore 4.0 actually factor in rental data, especially if it's available, okay? Now, landlords are also pulling credit reports now to approve tenants. So even if you're not buying a home today, your score still could block you from where you want to live, okay? And let's be real, building credit with no credit cards or no loans used to be nearly impossible, but not anymore. Now, if you're trying to fix your credit and you're tired of guessing what to do next, grab my free credit guide. It's packed with real steps, real examples, and zero fluff, okay? All you gotta do is scan the QR code right here on your screen or click the link inside the description below to learn more. Now let's get to number three. Who should consider rent reporting, okay? Now this is ideal for people who are looking to rebuild their credit, if they don't want to open new credit cards, if they're trying to qualify for a home or even a rental property up to 4 units, or if they just want to beef up a thin credit profile, okay? For example, we had a client and they essentially had no credit cards, no loans, and they couldn't get approved for any, to be honest, they couldn't get approved for anything, okay? They added rent reporting, and in less than 60 days, his credit score jumped over 41 points, and that's just from adding their rental history. Now, I personally recommend Rent Reporters because they've been in the game for years, okay? Now, they've been reporting to TransUnion and Equifax, okay? Now, which many other services don't, and they should be adding Experian if they haven't done so already by the time of this video. If you want to get started with them, go ahead and scan the QR code to learn more, or go ahead and click the link inside of the description below, okay? Now, let's go ahead and go to number 4. Do all credit bureaus accept rental data, okay? Because this could get kind of tricky, okay? So now here's the crazy thing. Not every credit bureau handles rent the same way, okay? Experian is the most rental friendly company. They actually started their own rent reporting company back in the day, and I don't know if they still have that, but either way, that's some good information to know. And TransUnion also includes it depending on the services that you get. And then Equifax, to be honest, they're just hit or miss, okay? This is exactly why we wanted to make this video, because if you don't choose the right provider, you're gonna end up in a bad situation, all right? But now, if it only reports to one bureau, lenders who pull from other bureaus, they obviously won't see it. So it's just make sure before you make your final decision, you look to see what bureaus are gonna have, okay? Number 5, how much does this cost? Most rent reporting services are going to charge anywhere between $5 to $15 a month. Now, if you're in California, they may just add it to the rent, or sometimes it's a one-time setup fee. And some will let you go back as far as 12 months or 24 months, like Rent Reporters. They can add that past rental history to your credit report, and that's going to give you a nice increase. But be careful. Some sketchy companies charge over $100 up front and don't even report to all 3 credit bureaus. So in short, make sure you guys always read the fine print, okay? Then you have number 6, choosing between free and paid services. Now, there are free rent reporting services like Pinata, or some may even be offered by property management companies, okay? But here's the catch. They often only report to one bureau, okay? They don't offer backdated rent. So that means that if you were renting 3 months before, 12 months before, 24 months before, some places won't do that, okay? And support is usually non-existent because, again, they're kind of just doing it because it's the law or whatever the case may be, okay? Especially, again, in California. So paid services are going to give you more control, longer history, and also better bureau coverage by adding it to more than just one credit bureau, okay? Number 7, how to choose the right service. Now, here's your 3-point checklist, okay? Number 1, which bureaus do they report to? You at least want to have 2, okay? At least 2, because if it's just one, that's gonna be a waste of time and a waste of money. Next is gonna be, can they backdate your rent? Because that previous history is going to help you big time, okay? Next is there support if something goes wrong? Because obviously errors can happen, or if they can't verify your income or verify your landlord, can they give you a refund? For example, rent reporters, they hit 2 credit bureaus. They offer 24 months of previous rental history, and obviously they have real customer support, and that's why we partner with them, okay? Number 8, when it's not worth it, all right? Now, if you already have multiple credit cards, loans, you have an established credit mix, if your credit score is like over 750 or so, then reporting your rent may not move your credit score much. It's really designed for people who need a boost, okay? Especially renters that don't have traditional credit lines, or they're rebuilding their credit from something that happened back in the past or back in the day, like collections, charge-offs, or bankruptcy, okay? So here's the thing. In 2025, credit scoring is changing, all right? Lenders want to see real data, and yes, even if it's rent. Rent reporting is one of the few tools that's gonna cost you less than Netflix, okay? But it's gonna help you unlock way more in the long run. The key is choosing the right company and making sure the rest of your credit game is tight, okay? Make sure you go ahead and check out this next video. YouTube says you'll like it. I'll see you there.